Hello everyone. Welcome to Red Shikshan Sanstha's Western Region English Medium YouTube channel. Today we are going to start with the next lesson of 10th Standard English Kumar Bharti textbook. The lesson name is The Night I Met Einstein. It is written by Jerome Whiteman. Now let us see about the author first. Jerome Whiteman. His lifespan is from 1913 to 1998. He was an American playwright and novelist. In 1960, he won the Pulitzer Prize for his work, a drama titled Fiorello. He collaborated with George Abbott, Jerry Burdick, and Sheldon Hadnick for his music and lyrics. His book, I Can Get It For You Wholesale, has also been used for a movie of the same name. So here, this American playwright once met to Einstein, and at that time, what experience he is having, he had shared in this lesson. Let us start with the lesson. When I was a very young man, I was invited to dine at the house of philanthropist. After a wonderful dinner, our hostess took us to a large drawing room. Chairs were being arranged. I am arranging the chairs for a concert, my hostess said. We are going to listen to a very good pianist. Here, dine means to have dinner. Hostess means a woman who invited guests to a social event. Concert means performance of music by players or singers, and pianist means someone who plays the piano. So here, when he was a very young man, at that time he was invited to dine at a house of philanthropist. Here he had a very wonderful dinner, and the hostess took them to a large drawing room where the chairs are arranged very nicely, and the hostess said that she was arranging the chair for the concert of a pianist. Next, though everyone else was very happy, I was not. I did not understand classical music. I thought I was tone deaf. I sat down so that I would not be impolite and waited for the concert to begin. I did not pay attention to the music after it began. Now here, this person thought himself as like he is a tone deaf. Tone deaf means unable to hear the difference between high and low notes of music. Some people didn't understand anything from music, and some people are ahead of the classical music. From that person, Jerome was there. He didn't want to listen to the classical music. He thought himself that he didn't understand the high and low notes of the music. And all other peoples in the hall, they were very happy, but he was not happy, and he was not paying attention to the music after it started. Then what happened? After a while, I heard everyone clapping, so I realized that the piece was over. Just then I heard a gentle but firm voice saying, "You are fond of Bach?" I knew as much about Bach I did about nuclear. Now here, this person, next to him somebody was sitting, and when all peoples have clapped, that time he realized, our writer realized, that particular piece was over, and that's why the people were clapping. Then immediately he heard a gentle sound saying to him, "You are fond of Bach." Here Bach is a Johann Sebastian Bach, who was a German organist and composer of the 17th century. So he was a very great composer of music of 17th century. Next, I knew as much about Bach as I did about nuclear physics. I was going to say something ordinary so that I could get out of the situation. I turned in order to look at my neighbor, and I saw a very famous face. It was someone with a shock of white hair and a pipe. So here, When he heard this question, then he wanted to give some answer to that particular question, because he is unknown about the person, about the music and the composer also. But he wanted to get out of this situation, and that's why he gave, for giving answer, he turned to that particular neighbor. That time he saw a famous person present in front of him with the white hairs of shock and a pipe, that is the symbol of great Einstein. Next, what happened? See, I knew that I must tell this man the truth. He looked at me as if my answer was very important. I do not know anything about Bach, I said. I have never heard any of his music. He looked surprised. You have never heard of Bach? He asked. Now what happened? He wanted to give him the true answer, because he was very famous person, Professor Einstein. And that's why Einstein was scientist, you know very well. So he don't want to talk lie to that person. And he frankly said that he don't know anything about Bach and he never heard any of his music. The person, that means Einstein, got surprised and he returned asked him, you never heard about Bach? Next, what happened? See, he made it sound as if I had said that I had never taken a bath. I would like to understand music so that I could understand Bach, I said, but I am not able to. I am tone deaf. When he gave the answer that he didn't know about Bach, at that time the person got very surprised and he looked at him as like he had not taken a bath. So he got very surprised by the answer given by the writer. Then again the writer said that he didn't understand the music because he didn't heard or he was unable to understand because he was tone deaf. Tone deaf means he is not understanding the music well. Then the old man got up. You will come up with me, he asked. I just remained seated. I am requesting you to come with me, he said again. Now here, after this answer given by the writer, the old man got up from his place and he requested to the writer that he should come with him. He remained seated. Then again he politely requested writer to come with him. So the writer went up with him. He took me to a room which has a gramophone in it and asked, what kind of music do you like? Gramophone, you can see in the picture, gramophone is a kind of old instrument by which the recorded music can be played. We have seen this in ancient movies. So this is like a tape recorder at that time. We can listen the recorded music through this instrument. So he went in the upstairs where a room was present, and in that room a gramophone was kept. Then he asked him what kind of music do this writer want to like or listen. Then the writer answered, I like songs that have words and the kind of music where I can follow the tune. So frankly, the writer said, I like the songs which have some words and I can follow the tunes with the music. So these kind of songs I like. I am not specifically liking of any specific composer or singer. This was the answer given by the writer. Next, what happened we will see in the next video. Up till do studies and revise at home. Thank you for watching.